yeah, I don't know if I should tell Mom that her brother died. What do you think? Well, I don't know, because even if she'll understand, I certainly don't want her to be upset. I mean, what is she going to do about it? There's no point. They weren't even that close. I don't even know when was the last time they spoke. I don't know. I just don't think I should tell her. Hi, I'm Debra Costu. These decisions are never easy, and it seems like everyone in the family has their own opinion on whether or not you should tell or remind someone with dementia that their loved one has passed away. So hopefully today we're going to clear that up a little bit. And I want to tell you that I have a really great idea at the end of the video that you won't want to miss, so watch till the end. I am a master dementia strategist, and I would like to invite you to join me and take my course so that you too can become a certified master dementia strategist. Just visit my website at answersaboutalz.org and you'll get invited to the next course that we offer. And briefly, before I get into it, do me a favor and subscribe. Just click that little red subscribe button and that notification bell, and that'll let you know when I've posted something new. You would want to know that, right? Of course you would. Give it a click. And okay, so should you tell a person with dementia that someone has passed away? This is a problem that I've been asked so many times by so many families struggling, and also with people who are working in senior care communities who aren't really quite sure what to do when this particular situation comes up. So a person with dementia might either be looking for their parents, or they could be looking for a spouse who's passed away many, many years ago, or you might be struggling whether or not to tell a person with dementia that someone has recently passed away. Today we're going to talk about why this happens and how to handle it, so that you can make your own decisions and decide what is best for you and your loved one or the resident that you're taking care of in a community. Because every situation is different. And the more knowledge that we have, and the more that'll make it better and easier to make the best decisions possible. So first, let's discuss the scenario where your person with dementia is looking for someone who has passed away a while ago. For instance, maybe they're looking for their mom or their dad. Many people with dementia are relying on their memories from their youth. They're not present today. They're living in past times and not in the current moment. This may be one reason why they're looking for a deceased parent. Another reason why they may be looking for their mom or dad is because that is who they are familiar with, comfortable with. If they are in unfamiliar surroundings, or perhaps they are confused in their environment, they will be looking for someone or something familiar. And who is more familiar to a young person than their parents? In many cases, our parents provided a sense of security and love, a sense of home. A person with dementia is often disoriented by their surroundings, and they're seeking something, anything that is familiar. People with dementia are very often afraid. And what do we do when we're afraid? We seek comfort and safety. And where do we look for comfort? We look for those that we love and are familiar with, or people that we trust. So the question is, should you tell the person with dementia that their parents have passed away? Think about it this way. How would it benefit them to know that their parents were dead? What would be the outcome? In many cases, the person with dementia will be distraught and relive the experience all over again. This is where the more you know about the person with dementia, the more you will be able to decide what is the best way to handle it. If they are in the more beginning stages of the dementia, You may decide to tell them that their parents have passed away. But again, if it's going to upset them, why would we do that? We want to protect them. If they are more in the middle to moderate stages, telling them that their parents or a spouse is dead may not be the best approach. Our purpose in caregiving for someone with dementia is to relieve their burden of stress, anxiety, and fear. Will telling them that their beloved parents are deceased accomplish that? Will it accomplish anything? This is where being a really good therapeutic fibber can come in handy. And I have an entire video on therapeutic fibbing with lots of different ideas and also on my website. But if you need to, just make up a little white lie, like, I think Dad is on a business trip, but he'll be back soon. Or, your mom is at the store and she asked if you could come and help me with this task. Another thing to consider when you're trying to decide whether or not to tell a person with dementia that someone has recently passed would be, what is their current relationship with that person? Did they have a very close relationship with them and saw them every day and they're going to start asking where they are constantly? Or maybe it was a brother that they never really see or talk to anyway. So what would be the point of telling them that that person has passed away if they're not expecting to have communication with that person? A really great technique to use is validation. And how validation works is that you don't necessarily have to answer their question of whether or not the person has passed away, but you could start asking them questions about the person that they're missing. So in essence, you are comforting their feelings through conversations. Like, did your mom work for a living or did she stay at home and take care of the house? Tell me about your mom and how you grew up. Tell me about your family traditions. Ask how they spent their holidays. Sometimes a person with dementia, after they talk about the person that they're searching for, they will feel more at peace. This makes it easier to move them into a distraction or get them engaged in an activity. And those of you who know me know that I'm now going to direct you to my 3 videos about activities. Over and over, we are told to distract with an activity, but we don't spend enough time learning how to do that. And once you learn it, it's going to save your life. So watch those activity videos. The next biggest question after should we tell someone whether or not someone has passed away is deciding whether or not to take a person with dementia to a funeral. And again, different family members can have different views on this. If you choose to take the person with dementia to a funeral service, it is important to lower those expectations and realize that things may not go according to plan. If the person with neurodegeneration has a behavior, have a plan in place if they need to be escorted home early. In my video, Successful Visits for the Holidays, I talk about having a designated angel for the person with dementia. This would be a person or persons that is assigned to keeping an eye on them, like an escort, and would make sure that they feel included and that they don't get overwhelmed, and that if things go wrong, they can take the person home. This benefits everyone. It helps the person with dementia, and it also helps the family to be able to concentrate on their guests and their grieving and not have to worry if the person with dementia is safe or wandering off. Another idea is to have the person with cognitive decline come before the rest of the guests and stay just for a short time, or come at the very end of the service when there won't be so many visitors and so much commotion. Another really terrific idea is, instead of having your loved one come to the funeral, have a separate or private ceremony or a ceremony of remembrance wherever the person with dementia lives. And you could create a memory box filled with mementos and pictures and memories that the person with dementia could go through and reminisce and possibly not even tell the person that they've passed away. Turn it into a special event that includes the person with Alzheimer's or dementia without them even knowing that it is about death. When you're making decisions about what to share with those without the bandwidth to rationalize or those who have difficulty with their emotions, think about the outcome. What will be the benefit to telling or not telling them the truth? Don't put the person with dementia through unnecessary grief or pain. Spare them the heartache. Focus on positive exchanges. They need you to support them in their journey. Keep it upbeat. You can do it. I have faith in you. And I'll always be here for you. Together we can. Subscribe and join my Facebook group, Answers About Aging and Alzheimer's.
If you're passionate about dementia, join our modern training course, proven to get you results. Guaranteed. To apply, go to answersaboutalz.org or call us at 585-775-5949.